Also, quickly remind me, what were we doing in the previous class? Students, what were we doing in the previous class? Am I audible, students? Students, be responsive in the class. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you are having network issues. Hmm?
Network is slow. Ma'am, the network is slow. Where I
Yes.
live, the network
What
is slow.
about others? Apart from Saad, what about others? Arhan and Samia? You people are also having network issues?
Yes, ma'am. Very little.
Okay. Okay, you don't have to turn on your video, but on one condition, students, you have to be responsive in the class. If I ask something, you have to
Okay, ma'am.
speak up. Okay? I'm
Okay,
giving
ma'am.
you that liberty to switch off your video, but please be responsive. So
Okay.
what were we doing in the previous class? See in your notes.
Ma'am, we did till cell division. Cell
Cell
division.
this part, right? Okay.
Yes, mitosis.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, apart from this, how many of you have started learning the chapter?
Ma'am, I
Then
have
my first
already.
duty of science is
Ma'am,
over.
I
Okay,
already
one by
started.
one, one by one. Mohammed Saad, you say
Already started the lesson.
you have started learning the
Yes,
chapter?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Samia, what about you?
Ma'am, the UT of science is over, so I had to learn.
Can't hear you, dear. Arhan, what about you?
Ma'am, I want to finish the chapter.
You are
Yes,
almost about to finish it.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Oh, you people have learned the whole chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I'm so happy. All right. See, I was thinking, like, once I have, completed this topic, that is cell division, then I was thinking I'll ask you people some questions just to, just to see that how much you people are still remembering from the classes. And we will see if you people have any doubts, I'll clear it up for you also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, ma'am.
So, very good. Okay. So, we talked about cell division. And we know that in any organism's body, whether it is plant or animal, the cell division is the process which is used to form new cells from the old cells. Because when we talked about the cell theory, in that we remember that the cells, they come from the pre-existing cell. So this pre-existing cell, they divide and then they form the new cells. And the process of cell division is more also done so as to, you can say, repair the tissues. Now see, in our body, what happens is that there are some cells that have a longer lifespan, and then there are some cells that have shorter lifespan. Now for all the cells that have longer lifespan, it means that they will stay alive for a long period of time, but there is no cell that is immortal, meaning the cell, after completing its life cycle, it will die. So now in our body, if any cell dies, then there has to be some cell to replace the old cell, isn't it? So that is why cell division happens in the body. Now, what is the need of the cell division? Cell division is required to replace the old and dead cells. It is also used to form gametes for reproduction. So cell division is not only just helpful in the preparation or the formation of new cells. Apart from that, they are also used to form gametes. And why are gametes important? Because they are needed for reproduction process. Okay. And this reproduction is known as sexual reproduction, in which the gametes are needed. So for sexual reproduction, gametes are needed. And how are gametes formed in the body? It is formed by cell division. Now, the cell division, it is of two types. One is the mitosis and one is the meiosis. Now, mitosis, we'll talk about that. Now, mitosis is the division which is known as the equational division. Now, in this division, the mother cell divides to form two identical daughter cells. Okay, identical. For example, initially, if the mother cell is 2n, meaning she is diploid. 2n means two sets of chromosome. You people remember what chromosomes are?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See, there is a thing in biology which is known as ploidy. And ploidy means that in any cell, in any organism, the total number of sets of chromosomes, right? You people know what chromosomes are, isn't it? Now, this is ploidy. Ploidy means any organism or any cell, how much chromosome set is it carrying? And this ploidy, depending upon the total number of sets of chromosome, the ploidy is of two types. We'll see what are the two types of ploidy. First is haploid. Have you people ever heard about this? Has anyone heard about this?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, no.
Okay. See, so the ploidy is of two types. One is haploid and one is diploid. Now, in all those cells, in all those organisms where there is only one set of chromosome, when there is only one set of chromosome, we'll call it as haploid. And it is denoted by N. It is denoted by N.
Ma'am,
Okay?
it's also called monoploid.
Correct. Yes, it's also called monoploid because there is only one set of chromosome. Then there is diploid. Now, diploid condition where there are two sets of chromosome. When there are two sets of chromosomes, meaning chromosomes are parent, like they are present in a pair, then that condition is known as diploid condition, and it is denoted by 2n. Okay, it is denoted by 2n and it is denoted by n. Now, do you people know how many chromosomes are present in humans?
46.
Exactly.
Ma'am, 46.
Yes, very good. So, example, humans. Now, humans have 46 chromosomes in their cells or in their body. 46 chromosomes. Now, this 46 chromosome, you can say this is also right. Or if you say 23 pairs of chromosome,
Yes, ma'am.
that is also the same thing, isn't it? So we can say with this that the humans, they are diploid, isn't it? Because they have 23 pairs. So 23 plus 23 is equal to 46. So humans are diploid in nature. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, this is for the normal body cells. Okay. This is for the normal body cells. Now, in the body of human beings, there are some other cells that are known as sex cells, meaning they are functioning or they are participating in reproduction. Okay. So, the reproductive cells or reproductive gametes. Okay. Gametes. Do you people know what gametes are?
Yes, ma'am. Sperm and ovum.
Very good. Exactly. So the sperm and the ovum in the male and the female, in meaning in the humans, they are haploid. Okay, meaning they have only one set of chromosome.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now why do you think they are haploid? Like, is there any specific reason that you can think that why they are haploid?
Ma'am, because one one chromosome are used to form an embryo, and meanwhile other chromosomes are used to form the rest of the uh, body of the embryo.
Very good. You almost gave the right answer. Very good. See, we know that the gametes are of two types, right? We have the sperm for males. This is the male gamete. And we have the ova for female. Now, what happens? Now, what is the ploidy of humans in general? Humans are diploid. Okay. If I ask you what is the ploidy anywhere, right now you are in class 10, sorry, 9, and when you'll go in 10th, when you'll go in 11th, if you'll study with me, if I ask you ever what is ploidy, then understand this, that I am asking you whether whether it is haploid or whether it is diploid. So if I say that humans ploidy, so what is the ploidy of humans?
Diploid.
Diploid. Everyone is understanding
Diploid.
what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Does anyone
Yes.
have any doubt?
Uh,
No,
No,
no.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, so humans are diploid. So after reproduction, the humans make humans like them, right? They give, yeah, like they give rise to the young ones. So the young ones will also be diploid, isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So now I am telling you the reason why gametes are haploid. Because during the formation of a zygote, when a sperm and when an ovum they fuse, a zygote is formed, right? So when they fuse, so a zygote is formed. Now this zygote is 2n because one n from the ova and one n from the sperm. They get fused to form 2n zygote. Now this 2n zygote will turn into embryo. The embryo will turn into the human being or the offspring. So embryo, it will turn into embryo and the embryo will turn into the offspring. Offspring means the child. So the embryo is also 2n. The child is also 2n. So finally, the parent was 2n, meaning diploid. Now the child is also diploid. So the reason why the gametes are haploid, meaning, see, if I say haploid or if I say half of diploid, are both the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Hai na? Everyone is understanding this, that they are both the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes, exactly. So that is why the number of chromosomes in the gametes, they get reduced by half for the reproduction process. So that the zygote becomes 2n and then the offspring also becomes 2n. Because if the gametes will not be half of the diploid, then for example, if the sperm is 2n and the ova is also 2n, now what will be the ploidy in the zygote?
4.
4n, right? And this 4n will develop into 4n embryo and this 4n will develop into 4n child. So is the child same like the parents?
No,
In this
ma'am.
case, no. So it is absolutely wrong. And this is the reason why the gametes will have to go, you can say halving or the half, it should have the half of the number of chromosomes that are present in the parent. This much is clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
I've given you the basic concept. Now, on this concept only, we will understand mitosis and meiosis. Now, mitosis is known as equational division. Equational division. If you see the name, in this type of division, there is no halving of the chromosome, meaning the chromosome that is present in the mother cell, meaning in the parent cell, that same amount of chromosome will be present in the daughter cell. But here, the daughter cells and the parent cell that I'm talking about, it's not about gametes or anything. For example, there are cells of our skin. Now, some, like because of I got a wound and because of which the part here got, you can say the cells got damaged. Now, those cells, like we see that after we get a cut, then after a while, the skin forms on it. Meaning division took place in our body to replace that cell that had died. So now the new cells that are there, they will be known as the daughter cells, but they are not producing anything, like they are not involved in reproduction process, right? So mitosis is the kind of division that happens in the body cells to repair the old cells or to replace the old cells, in which the mother cell divides to form two identical daughter cells. Meaning, if the parent is diploid, parent cell, this is not about the parent, this is now inside the body. So if this mother cell is diploid, then the daughter cells will be diploid, just like the mother cell. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
clear
Yes,
to
ma'am.
everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the daughter cells will have the same number of chromosome as the mother cells in mitosis. So that is why. And this is the question, like, why is mitosis also known as the equational division? Because the number of chromosomes in the mother cell and the daughter cell will be equal. Now, what is the function of mitosis and why it is important? So mitosis, it helps in the growth. It helps in the repairing of tissues. So the tissues that had undergone some injury, that died, so they will get repaired because of mitosis. So mitosis is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, now let's talk about the next type of division, that is meiosis. Now, meiosis is known as reductional division. Now, what happens is that this type of division takes place in the reproductive organs so that gametes will be formed. Mitosis is not responsible for any reproduction process. No. Meiosis is responsible for the reproduction process, wherein from the reproductive organs, the gametes will be formed. So, for the formation of gametes, the process of meiosis takes place, and a mother cell divides by meiosis, and at the end of one division, 4 daughter cells are formed. And if the mother cell is 2n, the daughter cells, the 4 daughter cells will be n, n, and n. So all of them will be haploid. Now you understand why they are haploid?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells is half of the number of chromosome in the mother cell. This is the reason why meiosis is known as reductional division. Now remember one thing, that at the end of meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed. At the end of mitosis, 2 daughter cells are formed. That's the rule, and that is how it happens in the body. Now, meiosis, why 4 daughter cells are formed? Because meiosis takes place in 2 steps. There is meiosis 1, after which 2 daughter cells are formed. Then those 2 daughter cells undergo meiosis 2 and 4 daughter cells are formed. So this is the reason why after meiosis, there are 4 daughter cells. After mitosis, there are 2 daughter cells. Mitosis is not divided into mitosis 1, mitosis 2. No, only meiosis is. And another reason, another thing to remember is that meiosis will be completed only when both the steps of meiosis is done. Meaning meiosis 1, when, see, for example, this is the mother cell. It divided by meiosis 1 and it formed 2 daughter cells. Now these 2 daughter cells, they will undergo meiosis 2 and form 2 daughter cells on their own. So that is the reason why after meiosis 2, the total meiosis is completed and 4 daughter cells are formed. And all of them will be haploid. Each of them will be haploid in nature. And this is after meiosis 1, and both of them, like these two only. For example, I put a star here so that you can remember that these are the same ones. So these two only are undergoing the process of meiosis 2. So they are undergoing meiosis 2, both of them. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now, why is meiosis required? So, for the formation of gametes. That is the function of meiosis. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
ma'am.
So you people have written till here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, first you note down this thing so that you can understand what we are talking about. This thing is like forever. You should never forget it. Like it will be helpful in class 11, 12th, 10th, in all the classes. Okay, so first you note down this and then continue.
Ma'am, done.
So soon.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm done.
Arre wah, very good.
Can you please wait?
Yes, sure, I'll wait. And this is for everyone. Listen, students, don't be in a hurry to complete it. First, you read, understand what is written on your screen, and then you note down. You can take your time. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
I'm done.
Ma'am, done.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
I'm done.
Okay. Do you have any doubts, students?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now you do one thing. You take 5 minutes because the chapter is over, isn't it? Oh, no, no, no. Wait. I have this. More is written here. Okay. First, you note down this. Then I'll tell you what you have to do.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
I'm done.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So with this, we have actually completed the first chapter, that is fundamental unit of life. Now, what you people do is you take 5 minutes. Okay, go through the notes once. Okay, from the beginning up till the end, take 5 minutes, sort of like a revise, and then I will ask you some questions. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
I'm
Okay,
done.
everyone is done revising?
Ma'am, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Who's not done? Who's not done? Everyone's done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Now you can close your books. Let's see how much you people can retain. All right. Now, who will tell me, just like how when we were talking about this particular line in cell division, wherein I said the cells are formed from the old cells. This line, have you ever seen this line anywhere in the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, Rudolf Walshaw gave it in
Hmm.
1885.
Very good. And this line is a part of the cell theory, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Okay, who discovered the first cell ever?
Robert Hooke in
Ma'am,
1665.
Robert Hooke in 1660.
Very good. Okay, you people remember it with the dates. Amazing. All right. Okay, and then who discovered the first living cell, students?
Anton von Leeuwenhoek in
Anton von
1674.
Leeuwenhoek.
Wow, I am so impressed. You cannot be like, I'm so happy. Okay, my video is off, but now you should see my face that I'm so happy. Okay. Okay, now tell me. Okay, the Golgi apparatus, it is named after which scientist?
Camellia Gold. Camellia
Oh my
Gold.
God. Okay. Which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell?
Ma'am,
Mitochondria.
And
mitochondria. Mitochondria.
Okay. Why?
Because it produces ATP,
It
endocyte
produces ATP.
triphosphate.
Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, very good. All right. And which cell organelle is known as the powerhouse? Oh, sorry, I already asked. Which cell organelle is the site of aerobic respiration?
Mitochondria.
Okay, very good. All right. Now you tell me this thing. What is the function of ribosomes? Ribosomes
Ma'am, it synthesizes proteins.
synthesizes proteins. Many a times, ribosome is also known as the protein factory of the cell. Okay. Another question. Which organelle is present like in prokaryote and eukaryote both?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Which cell organelle is present in prokaryote and eukaryote both?
Ma'am, cytoplasm.
No, cytoplasm is not a cell organelle.
ma'am, ribosome.
Hmm?
Ma'am, ribosome.
Ribosome, exactly. Ribosome is the organelle. Whoever did not know this, you can note it down. That ribosome is the cell organelle which is present in prokaryote also and eukaryote also. Okay, but there is a difference. The prokaryotic ribosomes, they are 70S type. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
for prokaryotic, they are 70S, and for eukaryotic, the ribosomes are 80S. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, which organelles are known as the semi-autonomous organelles?
Chloroplast and mitochondria.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Because they have their own DNA.
Okay. They have their own DNA and they have their own ribosome also. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the meaning of them having their own DNA? What can it do by having its own DNA?
Ma'am, for the production of ATP.
No, no, no. ATP production is with mitochondria. DNA does not produce ATP.
Ma'am, protein synthesis.
For what did you say? I did not hear. Say it again.
Ma'am, I said protein synthesis. Protein synthesis.
No, that is ribosome's
Oh,
function. Yeah.
okay.
See, mitochondria and chloroplast, they have their own ribosomes, means they can synthesize their own proteins. Now, they have their own DNA also. Now, DNA can synthesize new DNA by DNA replication. So, they can make their own DNA and they can make their own protein. So that is why they are known as semi-autonomous. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes.
right. Now tell me. Okay. What is the difference between chromatin and chromatid and chromatid? Is there a difference between them or are they the same thing?
Yes, ma'am. Can
And
you
both are
repeat?
different. And both are different.
Exactly. Both are different. Now I'm asking you chromatin and chromatid. What is the difference between them? I have taught you this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay.
Ma'am,
What is the
chromatin packages the DNA and chromatid replicates the DNA.
see, chromatin is the kind of DNA that is present in a tangled form in the nucleus, right? When the cell is not dividing. Remember that? When the cell is not dividing, then this thing, the DNA is sort of in an entangled way of the chromatin. But when the cells decide to divide and when they are dividing, then the chromatin forms the chromosome. Now, if I draw this thing, the chromosome, so each component of the chromosome is known as chromatid. So one chromosome is made up of two chromatids, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
all right. Now, what are the two types of plastids?
Ma'am, chromoplast and
And
chloroplast.
then chromoplast and leucoplast. Leucoplast.
Clo chromoplast, chloroplast,
Uh,
and leucoplast,
leucoplast.
right? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
chloroplasts are formed from the chromoplast only, isn't it? Meaning the green color plastid. Okay. Now tell me why, like, what, tell me something about leucoplast. What is the color of leucoplast?
It's white in color. It's colorless.
Yeah,
It's
colorless or
colorless.
white. Okay. And what does it do?
The
What does
storage
it?
of materials. Storage of
Storage. Yeah,
materials.
storage purpose. Very good. All right. Now tell me what, like, how many membranes are there surrounding the vacuole? What is the number of membrane? Hmm? What is the
And
number of?
one.
Yeah,
And
one.
one.
Yes. What is the name of the membrane? Is there any name? Hmm?
Ma'am, tonoplast.
Tonoplast. Correct. Okay. Now tell me what is the function of small endoplasmic reticulum?
Ma'am, it detoxifies the cell.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Now you tell me how many membranes are surrounding the nucleus?
And two.
Two membranes. Okay. And is there any modification in the membrane of the nucleus? Anything that is something unique in the membrane of the nucleus?
Uh,
Nuclear pores are present, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hmm.
yes.
And what is the function of nuclear pores?
Ma'am, for photosynthesis.
Huh? Photosynthesis? No, no. Photosynthesis is only for chloroplast. I mean, stomata, the chlorophyll, and everything. It's not. It has nothing to do with the nucleus. The nuclear pore, they allow the exchange of stuff from the nucleus to the outside, from the outside to the nucleus. Okay. The pore is there. Pore is like a whole structure. Okay, a whole. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now explain hypertonic solution.
Ma'am, hypotonic or hypertonic?
Hyper.
Ma'am, it is a high concentrated solution in which the cell uh, shrinks because There are less free H2O molecules outside the cell.
There are less what?
H2O molecules outside the cell, so
Acha,
uh,
H2, water. Okay.
this
So
one.
basically, how will you explain it? Like outside the cell, there is high concentration of solute, which means there is low concentration of the solvent, isn't it?
Yes.
Because of this very reason, the water from the cell moves out into, and because of that, the cell would shrink. Okay. The opening and closing of the stomatal pore is regulated by. Any idea? Okay, see, they are regulated by the guard cells. Anyway, okay, tell me one more thing. Okay, what are the three basic components of the cell?
Ma'am, nucleus and
Nucleus,
cytoplasm,
cytoplasm,
cell membrane.
plasma.
Very good.
Yes.